Alrighty, guys, so the markets are about to close, and no joke, 1 minute from now, and as of now, unless anything crazy happens in the next 75 seconds, which I doubt, we are up roughly 2% on the Russell. The Nasdaq's up 2.2. We have the S&P up 1.6 as the Dow's about to close up 1.2%, and the VIX went down. Now it's currently under 23. It is down about 2.7%. So we have to break down the markets in this video, talk about some key levels, stocks I'm looking at, and what I'm looking to do in the market. So sit back, relax, take a sip of whatever you got. In this case, I am rocking a Prime again. I got these a couple of weeks ago. I mentioned it in the video. No, they're not sponsoring the video. That'd be awesome. But these are fantastic. It's actually gone. There's nothing left. You guys see that? And I don't even know why I'm showing it to you guys. I'm just doing a cheers, all right? Cheers, happy Friday, and let's just dive into the video. So like I said, markets are about to close any second now, 15 seconds left, and it was a great day, phenomenal day. SPY did break momentarily above 407, which, that was about 15 minutes ago. It got up to 407.50, and now it ended up pulling down about $1 from that point. There we go. Markets just closed. It pulled down about 0.3% in the last 15 minutes, roughly, which is not that crazy considering SPY went up 1.5% on the day. So why is 407 a big level? I've mentioned this throughout the past couple of days. It is because of a point from the end of August here on SPY, which was right around 406, 407. That's where SPY got rejected and it went down to 388. Now we're going back up to test 407. If that point breaks, which we momentarily broke out of it, then we close just slightly above it. But if some point next week it breaks, we break 407, 407.50, I'm going to put my alert at 408. If we do get out of there, there's going to be a lot of upside. Maybe not a lot of upside, but momentum could take this up towards 415, 420 bucks a share. And for triple Q, let's see how this ended up closing on the day. Let me pull up the intraday chart, guys. Look at that. This ran up all the way to 307. That was at about 345 here on the East Coast, and now it went down to 307 roughly. It closed at just about 307. So it did pull down about 1/4% in the last 15 minutes. But guys, come on, that's nothing considering triple Q went up over 2%, 2.2% to be exact on the day. So very strong day for the bulls overall, and I said this before, but I'll say it again. If triple Q gets out of next week 308, 310, boom, 320, 25, that could be the next spot it goes. So very strong day across the board for the bulls. Let me know how you guys did in the comments down below, and let's take a look quickly at oil. Maybe we'll look at silver and gold very quickly. Oil is seeing a bit, oh wow, look at that, a bit of a rally, more than a bit of a rally. It's up over 3%, pretty big day for oil. It hit $81 like we predicted, not to toot my own horn, but did we not call that out, guys? I mentioned how if crude oil breaks 85, there's a gap down to 80, 81, then it's going to potentially get a relief rally from there. It's like I read the future, but obviously we don't always predict things right here, but in this case, we did. It was pretty spot on call out on my part. It went from 81 to 86 now. It's up 3% on the day. Now I'm thinking, all right, it's up 6-7% just the past couple of days here, day or two. I feel like this could be a bull trap, potentially. If the bulls are really in charge here on oil now, they're going to drive this thing past 90. And I don't see them doing that as of now. We're not seeing any signs of that quite yet. So be careful. Oil could be in bear market, or not a bear market. Well, I guess it isn't a bear market, but what I'm trying to say here is it could be in a bull trap territory, right? So what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about oil? Are you bullish, bearish in the short term? I'm kind of undecided. I'm not undecided, but I'm not as bullish as I was a couple months ago, to be honest. But we might make a video on that solely, so, we're not going to get into that in this video. But, oil's not looking, the charts at least, nearly as good as they were, a couple of months ago. So what do you guys think? Drop me a comment. Let's quickly pull up gold and silver. Gold's pretty much still at $17.20. Nothing much has changed there. Gold went up 0.4% on the day today, and silver went up 1.6%. So silver's actually starting to reverse quite nicely. It's not fully there yet, but it is up just in the past couple of days about 8%. And if it cracks above, I'd say 19, 20 bucks, an ounce, that's where a real reversal could start to occur, which is kind of what I'm watching out for here on silver. So let's get into some of these stocks on my watch list. I don't want to be in here too long today, guys. Let's not make it a 20-25 minute video. Let's make it more of a 10-15 minute video. So let's just run through some of these stocks. I know Foot Locker, it just caught my eye. This is one that I was looking at a few weeks ago, and look at it now, guys. This is one that we called out during earnings. I think right around earnings, we covered it, whatever. It shot up like crazy. If you guys don't remember, Foot Locker was at $32, $33. They reported numbers, went up all the way to $40, and I was like, be patient, it's overbought. Then it pulled back, as expected, down to about $35. We consolidated there for a good almost month, it felt like. It wasn't actually a month, but it was just about 2.5 weeks. And now with today's move, look at it. Today it's up, or went up 3.5%. We're now bouncing off the 50 SMA here. We're clearly holding a higher low. It looks like we put in a higher low already, right? You guys see that? And in my eyes, it's looking like, in my opinion at least, it's trying to fill that gap back to 40, maybe even break that and go to 41, 41.50, which you guys can see here on this time frame. 41.50, $41 roughly. That was support in January, right? February into the middle end of February. So this thing collapsed under 41.50, got the 27, making 41.50 a resistance, and now as it's been reversing after these earnings, that is an upside target that I have at least. So I think Foot Locker looks pretty good heading into next week. It looks pretty friggin' good in my opinion. Mercado Libre is another one. MELI is the ticker. Look at this. Today it went up 5.3%. It broke out of the moving averages, and it looks like we're a cup and handle potentially in the making here. I mean, looks like this has some runway up to about $1,000, maybe $1,100 a share. And if I pull up the yearly chart, you guys can see it's slowly starting to break out of the overall downwards channel that we've had for pretty much the past year. So I'm going to be watching this, and I'll put my alert at $1,000. Let's do that right now. Mark is at or above $1,000 a share. There we go. Let's see what else. Airbnb, let's do a quick update on this one. Today it went up another 4%, and now it looks like it's fully breaking out. Remember we talked about it, I think yesterday, it was still under the neckline of this head and shoulders. Well, today, guys, whoop, lo and behold, just like that, it's above the moving averages and above that neckline now. So it's fully spitting on the mic here, guys. Excuse me, guys. It's fully breaking out. It's fully breaking out. And it looks like it's getting up to about 125, 26, at least in the very, very short term. Then we have after that about $130, $132 a share, right? So Airbnb, I like it. It's starting to show momentum to the upside. And I think I got a comment yesterday here on YouTube. And by the way, if you guys want me to cover any stocks, drop me a comment. Seriously, any ticker symbols you want me to cover, drop me a comment right now. Type it in, and I'll talk about it in a video. I got a comment recently about Palantir, and I was thinking to myself, I forgot about Palantir. Completely forgot about it. So let's do a quick breakdown on what I'm seeing right now on Palantir. And by the looks of it, it's clearly oversold. We have, in my eyes, a bullish divergence here. Do you guys see that? And we're noticing we're trying to hold the bottom of this channel, at least as of now. Even though we're under both moving averages, we have a death cross as well. We're trying to hold the bottom of this channel, and we're not fully reversing yet. You know, you guys can see we're still clearly under the, well, I guess slightly we're now above the 50 SMA, but barely, and well under the 180. So I'm a little bit cautious here, but I'm going to set my alert at maybe 850. You guys see here 850? That was the high from the end of August, right? I'm going to put my alert right there. If that point breaks, we start getting some higher lows above 850. That could be a point of reversal for Palantir, at least in my eyes, to get it back up towards, that $10, $11 range, which ultimately, I don't know about you guys, what you think, but I think that's completely doable. I think that's possible in the next couple of weeks, next couple of months, especially, I think a lot relies now on the CPI data coming out next week. I forget what day it's on, 12th, 13th, or whatever day it's on. We're going to cover it, so make sure to subscribe. A lot of the market's short-term price action relies on that, and of course the Fed's reaction, or really any commentary the Fed has on it. So keep that in mind. That's really going to be fluctuating Palantir as a whole, especially because it's a smaller cap company. It's more, volatile, way more high risk. These are the companies that move the most, guys. It's just the reality of the matter here. So let's run through some other ones very quickly. And by the way, if you guys have not gotten your 13 stocks from Moomoo yet, or your 12 stocks from Webull, all those are linked down below. Simply deposit at least $100 onto Moomoo using that link, and you get 13 stocks each up to $2,000. And if you deposit any amount of money on Webull, you get 12 stocks. What is it? 12 stocks? Yeah. It's free money, guys. So if you want the free money and to help out the channel, it's a win-win here. I appreciate you guys as always. Links are right down below. And with that being said, let's talk about some other stocks. CRM. We haven't gone over this one in a while, and it does seem like this is, I'm not going to say it's putting in a bottom, but looks like buyers have come in, let's just put it that way, the past couple of days from $150. This has rallied. Now it's at $162. It is up about 8.5%, almost 9%. So by the looks of it, CRM is breaking out of the 50 SMA. Looks like we're slowly taking out this level of resistance, which is huge. If you guys take a look here on the 4-hour time frame, let me show you all. You guys notice this doubled bottom resistance from a couple weeks ago, right? We broke under that. That level at about 158 became resistance. Now we clearly got out of there. I can see this rally continuing in CRM. I can see this getting to in the short term, 165, 70, maybe even higher than that. So keep your eyes on Salesforce, guys. Ticker symbol CRM. And let's see what else. What else moved today? We had CrowdStrike move today. Let's see here. This one up 6%. Oh, wow. Look at that. So nice looking V-shaped recovery here on CrowdStrike, guys. Look at that. It went from about 202 to about 165. That was in a couple of days. And now it's pushing 200 again. It's at 190. Today alone, it went up $11, up over 6%. It closed above both moving averages here on the 4-hour chart. So, at this point, if I pull up maybe the 10-day, or no, maybe the 20-day. The 20-day shows, all right, maybe we do have one more sticking point to go, which we do. Honestly, now that I'm looking at this, we are at a potential lower high right here. This could be a bull trap, potentially. But if CrowdStrike's able to get out of here, out of, let's say, 195, 200, and my alert's at a wonky 204.67. What the heck is that? I'm gonna set a new alert. If we're able to break 195 and thus 200, or after that 200, that's going to be a breakout spot for CrowdStrike, but it's not quite there yet, so keep that in mind. And one more that did very well today before we wrap the video up, guys, is Shopify. Let me actually look at this. I haven't looked at Shopify, I think, in a couple of weeks at least. Let's pull it up. Let me clear that drawing set, and it looks like it was still holding that channel, but let me just redraw it and see what we're working with here, guys. Look at this. Shopify looks pretty decent. It looks like it's one step away from fully breaking out, at least the way that I'm looking at it here on the 4-hour chart. It's above the 50 SMA. It went up 9% on the day today, and it closed right under $35, right by that 180 SMA here on the 4-hour. So if we do get out of 35, especially 36, mid-30s in general, I see a breakout on Shopify to the upside coming here. And to be honest, look at the chart. It's very oversold, right? Very oversold. It was down 35% in just 27 freaking days. Come on, guys. So it's going to sharply bounce, especially if the markets come back strong after next week, which that's a big if. No one knows what's going to happen, guys, in this next week. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. Nobody knows. But the chart's, looking pretty decent. Let's put it that way. So with that being said, guys, pretty quick video today, about 14 minutes. We're going to wrap it up. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And seriously, drop any stocks you want me to talk about. Any tickers, drop them down below. And if you want to join my Patreon, that's linked down below. Don't forget to also get your 13 stocks from Moomoo and your 12 stocks from Weeble. Those details, guess what, are linked down below. And with that being said, cheers, guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out. Oh, and by the way, have a great weekend.